don't stop. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Make it hot. Show me what you got. One more time.
West side,
Make it hot.
east side,
Make it hot.
south side,
Make it hot.
both sides,
Make it hot.
west side,
Make it hot.
east side,
Make it hot.
south side,
Make it hot.
both sides.
Make it hot.
One more time. Say it loud.
Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Make it hot. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Make it hot. Show me what you got.
Welcome back. Your man Diamond K in here, of course. The Diamond K Show on fire-tv.com. And, we are at a very, very critical time in this country. Very critical time. Why do I say that? Of course, the election is underway. The campaign well underway. Last night, President Biden had a press conference. He is under an extreme amount of pressure from the very folks that he is trying to get to vote for him. He is an older gentleman. He's definitely an older gentleman. No surprise there. He was old the last time. He's been old for a long time. So he survived the press conference. Was it the best press conference you've ever seen in your life? No, was not. Well, once again, we have the alternative. What is the alternative? The alternative to President Biden would be President Trump. That would be the alternative. Would I want Biden to drive my kid to summer camp? No. I wouldn't want Trump to drive my kid to summer camp either. Right? So we had the need. The Biden campaign hopes that more travel, more media appearances, more time talking from the president, unscripted, will quell some of the concerns about the president. Now, what I want is Democrats to get on the train, right? There's only two choices here. Either he runs or he steps down and doesn't run. Those are the choices. He's already answered the question that he's running. So Democrats, what are you doing? Why are you trying to tear the man down if we're saying that the threat of Trump is so massive and so dangerous for the country? Get behind your candidate because the candidate's not stepping down. He's not as fast as you want him to be. He does not speak. He's not an eloquent speaker. He never has been an eloquent speaker. 30-year-old Biden was stuttering and forgetting stuff. He was screwing up names as he did yesterday. He screwed up, names a little bit. A lot of people screw up names. On this show, I screw up names. A lot of people screw up names. But you're saying he's the president, right? Understand, and a lot of people don't understand what the president is. The president is a manager. The president is a manager. Somebody comes in and says, we're having problems with XYZ, right? The president gets the best people on the phone, come into my office, talk about, ABC, and he gets the best ones in and they start talking and then he makes a decision. He's a manager. He has access to the so-called smartest people in the world. And that's how he gets things done. When there's a military event, he brings in the generals, right? Now, the president, Joe Biden, has a lot of foreign policy knowledge, and he displayed that yesterday very slowly, but he displayed it. Is it like watching paint dry? Absolutely. But that paint got to get dry, right? You ain't got to sit there and watch it while it happens. Go do something else and come back. Joe Biden's like a slow computer with a whole bunch of information on it that needs to be deleted. Kind of hit the button and it takes a long time for it to start up. Yeah, that's Joe Biden. So yeah, leave the room, come back, and maybe he'll get to the point. He did not entirely stumble through the very high stakes NATO press conference yesterday, but his performance and continued defiance to step aside has upset some Democrats for some strange reason. We only got two choices. It's going to be him or somebody else. He says that's going to be him. Y'all can't make him move. Y'all can't pressure him to move. He said he ain't moving. He's the president. What you going to do? We're months before. All of this anger and scaredness. Where was this a year ago? Because a year ago is when y'all should have been acting like this. So yeah, we saw him forget some stuff at the debate with Trump. Okay. That's not what the president's job is, to have debates. He's not trying to be the president of the debate team. Now, if he's trying to be president of the debate team, oh, that's something different. He's not a good president of the debate team because he doesn't debate that good. But that's not what he's running for. That's not what he's been doing. The reason why he's had the success that he's had, and he's had a lot of success as president, contrary to the MAGA folks, he's had success. And the success that he's had is because of the people that are around him. He's not, physically, he don't fly the plane. He doesn't. He is a manager. I'm dumbing down what the president is, but essentially that's what it is. Like the governor or the mayor, they're managers. They're managing the best people in their state, in their city, to help them through whatever the problems that are in front of them are. So we have a race here. So you got senior Democrats like Jim Clyburn from South Carolina, who is keeping the door open to Biden changing his mind. Because here's the thing. You have these members of Congress and they got constituents, and the constituents is, they halfway paying attention. They see Biden, they hear mainstream media, and then they're making their decisions. A lot of folks are making their decisions based on mainstream media. But here's the thing about mainstream media, and then I want to talk about donors, all right? Because they say the donors feel like this, the donors feel like that, and people are, beholden to the donors, and there is truth to that. So we talk about raising up the money, right? Do you ever wonder, what are they doing with the money? They're raising all this money to run for president. They say to run for president, it costs X amount of millions of dollars to run for president. So you may feel like, why does it cost that much money? What are they doing with the money? And, you see on YouTube, shout out TikTok, and shout out Instagram and X and Twitch, where we're streaming now, as well as on Facebook. But you'll see ads on YouTube, right? And you'll see President Obama or President Biden or somebody else saying, hey, can you just chip in $5? $5 would really help us. Or you see, VP Harris say that we just needed $5 before our deadline, blah, blah, blah. What are they doing with the money? So we know in Trump's case, he's using that for lawyers and attorneys and things of such. And, whatever, MAGA gold, sneakers, things like that. But what generally speaking, what are these politicians doing with the money? I'm going to tell you, right? Because it's a circle. It's a circle. A lot of these donors who put up large amounts of money have stakes, have equity in the media companies, the mainstream media companies. And they're spending this money on advertising. You know, whether it's on your TV, whether it's radio, a traditional radio, whether it's YouTube or whatever it is, Facebook, they're spending money on marketing, flyers, the door hangers, that kind of stuff. But generally speaking, the donors are giving money to campaigns, and they turn around and spend them on things that they have financial interest in, right? It's just like this weird circle, right? It's a weird circle, but that's what's happened, right? So donors, we can't pay attention to the donors. The donors, they are just trying to spend and make money. One thing that I did think was interesting last night is that Biden said in one of his very long answers that the people of Israel, his polls ratings, his approval rating in Israel was higher than it was here in the States. And why is that? He said that, and he was trying to make a joke, but in some instances that is true, right? But that's because, and that's a whole nother conversation. But that is because the military-industrial complex, right? They're putting a lot of money over there to these different conflicts around the world, and they're happy about that. Now, as an American, I want to see more money put here in this country. We want that to happen. But let's understand the alternative, right? The alternative is Trump. And Trump, we talk about management. Trump and the folks that he's going to have around him are not the same type of people. Not the same type of people. We talk about Project 2025. We talk about some of the things that Trump's website says that they want to do. Some of the things that members of the Heritage Foundation who are behind Project 2025, what they want to do. And it is not a good look. So is Biden perfect? No, nobody's perfect. Is Trump the answer? No. Now, Trump is old as well, but his problem is different than Biden's problem. Trump is crazy. He's deranged. The things that he says and wants to do are not in the best interest of most of even his supporters. The things that Trump wants to do are not even going to benefit his supporters. But America, we buy into pomp and circumstance and the circus and that whole thing. And Biden's not entertaining enough, so I got to vote for Trump. But that doesn't even make sense. Trump does not know policy at all. He said in a press conference that he did from his house that he just found out really what NATO does recently. He's running for president. So yes, Biden not fast, Biden not quick on his feet, but he does have a grasp of foreign policy. That is one of the main reasons that President Obama selected him as his VP, because of his foreign policy knowledge. So you can put that in his pocket, right? That is something that that's what he has, right? When Drake and his team reached out to me to collaborate on a song, it's because of my club music knowledge, right? That's something that I bring to the table. And so the same thing with Joe Biden. Foreign policy is what he brought to the table. That's why he was selected. And now we are definitely got the opportunity to see that knowledge is still in there. He still has it. He's not as swift as he used to be. But that's not what we need in this moment. What we need is a capable manager, and we need a politician with people around them that are going to help uplift this country. That is what we need. So Democrats, stop wetting the bed. Like I said, there's only two ways that this goes. He either runs or he doesn't, and he says he's running. So the question has been answered. Asked and answered, as he say, asked and answered. That's the end of that. You can bring up all of the polls that you want. And when we talk about polls, this is another thing about money. The companies that are doing the polling are getting money and then they're bringing out answers. They're sampling small amounts of people. That doesn't mean anything. That's why sometimes they're so wrong. That's just another money grab. It's just a money grab. And, sometimes they have degrees of accuracy but a lot of times they wrong. They as wrong as the day is long. They as wrong as the day is long. So the Biden campaign swings through Michigan, Nevada, and Texas. And they will keep the attention on him, I'm sure. They're going to be watching him. But you need to watch Trump as well. Biden going through Michigan, Nevada, and Texas. So a Monday interview with NBC will provide some counter programming to the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. So they're going to have the, RNC circus come out. Trump's going to take the nomination. Some point in time, they're going to announce his VP pick. Now, let me say this, and I agree. So DJ Smooth says on Facebook, they need to change age requirements and have 2 terms, total 4 if elected, not this 8 rotation, and let younger ones get in there. And so you're talking about Congress. I agree with that. There should be limitations on term limits. I think that in this day and age, if they say age requirements, they're going to say, oh, that's being ageist. So if you do it with regards to limits of terms, consecutive terms, I think that we can get very close to the same result. But I do agree with that. I do agree with that. So the time is here. The time is now. We have got to, as Democrats, independents, folks that care about this country, we have got to come together and support this candidate. 2 weeks out from this debate, I think that that 2 weeks is enough time, right? You had one pay cycle, right? Biden continues to have I guess he's been evading the fatal number of defections, right? Folks talking trash behind the scenes, and that's what people do. They say one thing behind closed doors, and then when they get out in the public, they say something else. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. That's just what it is. But these Democrats, these so-called smart people, have got to understand that continuing to tear down Biden, talk about how he's not going to be able to be victorious and it's going to be a red wave and all this kind of stuff, you're not helping your cause unless you secretly want Trump to win. I mean, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yes. And Trump said a lot of crazy things. Like I said, we're 2 weeks out from the debate, right? Let's think about things that were hot 2 weeks ago. Was that around the time the BET Awards happened, right? It's 2 weeks ago. Let it go. Let's look forward. The candidates are who they are. Ain't nobody they're not changing candidates at this point. It's not going to happen. I don't care what pressure you put on them. You can clearly see. You ever try to get an old person to do something like when they want to go this way, he's stubborn. He ain't changing his mind. He already said what it is. He's not stepping down. Okay. So now y'all need to rally behind the candidate and support him. You need to. He already was old. You can't say, oh, he's gotten so much older. They've been hiding this. He already was old. Now, Democrats are likely going to keep questioning. It's a big tent, as they say, meaning that under the Democratic Party, there are people with a lot of different views, from progressive to left conservative, middle of the road, all that kind of stuff. Folks that really like the Bernie Sanders, AOC faction, and you have others. Democrats are going to keep questioning. I know, I'm saying it, but I know they're going to keep questioning whether this new phase of the campaign is tenable. There are growing fears of losing the White House. Now they're talking about, he's gonna make him lose Congress and he's gonna do this. Okay, the time for all of this was last year. Okay, now a lot of places they printing the ballots now. How are you gonna change it now? This ball is already rolling. Y'all should have did this. Y'all should have had a real primary if you were feeling like he couldn't do it. These same people that are saying this stuff now see him, we're seeing him just about every day. They know him. So now for them to act now clutching their pearls after the debate is not genuine at all. Now, some Democrats like Clyburn have signaled that conversations over Biden's physical and cognitive viability should end. And I agree. The party needs to focus on the president's record and his opponent, Donald Trump. That's what y'all need to focus on. The candidate is set. It is what it is. It is what it is. So you got to be all in. You got to be all in. The president should be given the space to continue to make his own decisions about his future. I understand. And a lot of folks, I've heard different pundits say different things. They're mad at Joe Biden. They think that he's selfish. I think that he is selfish. I think that everybody is selfish. I think that there was displays of selfishness heard yesterday in the press conference. One of the journalists asked him, paraphrasing here, said that if people bring to you polls that show that Kamala Harris has a better chance of winning than you, would you step down? And he said no, because he said, you got to show me that they got to show me that I have no chance of winning. Right? So hypothetically, if it was a 85% chance that she could win and a 10% chance that Joe Biden would win, he's saying that he would still not step down. That's selfish. It is. No way around it. But he ain't stepping down and you can't make him, so we got to deal with what we got to deal with. Is the possibility that we can lose? Yes. I still think that the odds are still what they were pre-debate, which is 50-50. I think, and it is crazy that we have a convicted felon, a convicted sexual assaulter and a scammer and a scumbag, all of that kind of stuff in Donald Trump. And the fact that it's still a toss-up is disturbing. It is. But that's what we have to deal with. That's what we have to deal with, and that's what it is. So if Biden decides to change his mind, then I guess we'll have to deal with that. But as of right now, he's not changing his mind, so we need to stop talking about it. Others on the Hill are continuing to give Biden and his campaign a hard time, so-called Democrats, but you're only hurting the cause. You're only hurting the cause. So as of this morning, 17 Democrats in the House and 1 in the Senate have publicly called on the president to withdraw from the race, including 3 who issued statements in quick succession after the press conference. Rep. Jim Hines of Connecticut, Scott Peters of California, and Eric Sorsen of Illinois. Rep. Brittany Peterson of Colorado all put out a similar statement Friday morning. You are not helping yourself. You're not helping your cause. You're not helping your candidate at all. But I guess many of them don't care. I guess they don't care about that. They don't care about that. And by this afternoon, just before we went on air, another Purple District Democrat, Mike Levine of California, confronted the president directly on a call with the Congressional Hispanic Caucus, telling Biden he had to go. So these are folks, you talk about selfishness. These are folks that are saying that they feel that they're in danger because the president is still running. Y'all must be doing a real bad job if that is the case. Moments after the call wrapped, he became the 19th Democrat. Mike Levine of California became the 19th Democrat in Congress to publicly demand that Biden withdraw. So there you go. You wanted to have something to run on at home. You can say, well, I told him that he needs to step down because they're worried. Here's what those Democrats are worried about. They're running for re-election. They're worried that their opponents are going to say, you've been hiding something from us, and you knew that the president wasn't viable and able, and you hid that, and don't vote for this candidate for Congress because of that. And so that's how they're gonna run against him. But the candidate can say, look, I told him to step down. Now, if and when Biden is victorious, that may come back to haunt you. Hopefully you're backing the right horse, and you may say, President Biden, we love you. We were just doing what we needed to do to win. So they're probably going to say that. They're probably going to say that. But Biden is still campaigning with plans, as I said, to whip through Michigan today, Nevada and Texas next week. And there's going to be counter programming to the RNC convention next week. We're going to be talking about that next week. In Austin, Texas on Monday, Biden will sit down for an interview with NBC's Lester Holt for his second one-on-one with a major TV news anchor in about as many weeks. So we're going to look at that interview that he does with Lester Holt. I wasn't extremely pleased with the interview with ABC's George Stephanopoulos. But I think that Biden needs to get out and do more of these type of things. I think that every week he needs to do a press conference, an interview, a town hall, a block party. He needs to be out there from now until November doing stuff just like this. And yes, some of it's going to go good, some of it's going to go bad, but people need to see him out there, and that's what it is. And that's how the American people are. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. Sometimes you rise, sometimes you fall, sometimes you stumble. All of that. Yeah. And if he falls, let's say he literally falls. I told my mother yesterday, I hope he falls, right? And gets right back up and says, I meant to do that. You know what I mean? Just he needs to show humor. He needs to show that he's human, right? He needs to show that he's human. It is too late in this process for him to just step away. I don't think that he needs to step down, even though I wish he wasn't the candidate, but he is the candidate and we can't do nothing about it. I would have loved for him to have said last year, I'm not running, and set Kamala up. But he didn't do that. Now we are literally a month away from the Democratic National Convention. It's too late now, right? That's like you being in your senior year, right? Your senior year of high school, and it's January. You say, you know what? I need to transfer schools. I want to go to another school. Now you're literally getting ready to graduate from this school. How are you going to change school? Yeah, you know what? I mean, but I never really liked this school, and so I just want to change schools here in my senior year in January. People are going to say, no, you should have changed last year when you was a junior, or the year before that when you was a sophomore. You're like, no. I don't like this school. I don't like the principal. I want to change schools now. And people will be saying, you are crazy. You are crazy, right? Biden, he's not going to voluntarily leave at this point because it's too late in the game. So deal with it. Biden's 81, Trump's 78. Stop acting like they wouldn't have been in high school at the same time in the same school, because they would have been. Right? It's not that much difference between the two. I hope that the travel and the media appearances will get folks to settle down. It will slow the drip of the defectors and distract from the GOP convention, right? Understand this. Next week, thousands of Republicans are going to descend on Wisconsin to formally nominate Donald Trump, a convicted felon, a convicted sexual assault. He did that, and so many other things. This is the person that they are standing behind. We've got to understand that. DJ Smooth on Facebook has brought up the Supreme Court definitely causing trouble. No doubt about that. Supreme Court causing trouble. All right. DJ Styles on Instagram says, did I listen to the press conference? He makes 50 times blunders as Biden. Yes, talking about Trump. Yes, he does. You're absolutely right. Clean Cars Only on Instagram says that Biden needs to step down. Listen, after he wins the election, look, he can step down then. We just need to make sure that Donald Trump doesn't win. And the Democratic Party under pressure is not a good thing. It's not a good thing. And trying to change the candidate a month before the convention is not that's chaos. Democrats don't manage chaos very well. Democrats do not manage chaos very well. So I want a world where we do not have another Trump presidency. That's what I want. And I think that's what you want too. I think that's what you want too. So it's different. It's different. DJ Style says Democrats are soft. You're absolutely right, fam. Democrats are definitely soft. Y'all need to grow a pair and deal with it. Right? They let Republicans just have their way with them. And that needs to stop. That's part of the problem. Part of the problem. But we can go on and on about this. I'll be back here tomorrow. Democrats are watching closely, and that's fine. Those ones on Capitol Hill, y'all need to get y'all stuff together. So we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back here tomorrow. I have a lot more to say on this and other things. We'll be back here tonight. We'll be back here tonight for the Baltimore Lean Show. They're gonna have some interesting discussions. Need to make a diss track on Trump. Yeah, you might be right about that. And a lot of folks have done that. On YouTube.com/djdiamondk, hit that subscribe button. Going in the mix tomorrow at 12 noon, Baltimore Club Mix tomorrow. So looking forward to that. And need to get in touch with me, djdiamondk at gmail.com. djdiamondk at gmail.com. Of course, you can advertise your product, service, or event with On Fire TV. Sponsorships can include on-air mentions, social media posts, and digital commercials with links to your products. Visit onfire-tv.com/advertise for more on that. You have events you want me to plug, djdiamondk at gmail.com. Music submissions, same thing, djdiamondk at gmail.com. DJ Styles on Instagram says, no vote for Biden is a vote for Trump. Absolutely. No vote for Biden. Yeah. So if they sit home and don't vote, that's just like voting for Trump, is what he's saying. And that is right. Don't do that. Don't do that. Good Lord, don't do that. Catch up on past episodes of the Baltimore Lean Show, the Diamond K Show, the His and Hers Show, Swap Radio, No Filter Podcast. Catch up on all those episodes at onfire-tv.com. All right, so it's been real, and we're preparing for that show. So I will see you guys a little bit later on tonight.
Who's running this club? Diamond K, Diamond K, Diamond. Who's running this club? Diamond K, Diamond K, Diamond, Diamond K, Diamond K, Diamond, Diamond K, Diamond K, Diamond. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Make it hot. Show me what you got.
Visit OnFireTV.com for live top stories, breaking news, and original shows.